Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. My name's Tay. If you're new here, I am a homeschooling, homemaking mama of 4. And today's video, I'm gonna be walking you through kind of just a homeschool tour, really. I've gotten a lot of requests of wanting more details. I did a video on TikTok, I made a blog post, but I'm still getting asked the question of what our space looks like and to share all the details. So I'm gonna go into detail in this video of more specifics of what our bin organization looks like and where we store all of our stuff, as well as linking in the description the blog post, the other video from TikTok, so you have all the details that you need. But let's get into today's video. All right, so this is our homeschool space. This is really kind of where the gist of everything happens and goes down. And then in our corner, we have our hopscotch gather mat as well as 2 yoga mats. These are gather material, but they are made from a mom in one of the gather groups. And then you have a play mat from gather as well. We've got our nugget over here. Our other one is upstairs. We've got our desk right here. I have the playpen over here for Judah. We've got our bookshelves, our chalkboard, and then over here is our big chalkboard with our 10 commandments hanging up top. Okay, so I'm gonna go through everything that's in here. Everything that we keep in this little storage unit thing is stuff that we access daily, but isn't loose parts because Judah sometimes doesn't like being in the playpen and he'll wanna crawl around. But I'm gonna go through this and kind of show you everything that we have, and then if you have more questions, I can go in detail another time. But I tried covering a tour before and I thought that I did a decent job of showing everything. No one's been too specific about what they want to see exactly, so I'm kind of guessing at like what people want more details of. So if this is too much, let me know. If there's something that I'm missing, you want more details of something else, let me know, but I'm gonna try and cover everything. So each bin is different. It's not pretty all the time. So I have their, each day, each of them have their own individual crayons. They both ripped their crayon boxes, so we just threw everything in here. We've got our chalk erasers, our chalk holders. We've got a couple pencils at a time, and then their crayons, as well as our other extra crayons, colored pencils, and chalk. So this chalk and then the other chalk holder and erasers are all from Chock Full of Design. I have a code, I can link that in the description if you want any of those. The chalkboards that I have on the bookshelves are also all from Chock Full of Design, so you can access all of that. So this container, I'm trying to reorganize things too. I have a lot of our cards in here. So we used to have Velcro in our morning menus and I ended up not liking that. So now, especially now that they're both writing, we don't use these anymore. These are Pip and J papery. I've got the animal ABC and 1, 2, 3 cards, and as well as the alphabet scripture cards in here. I've got our tiny theologians. We have our Armor of God cards, as well as the Fruit of the Spirit. These are both from Tiny Theologians. And then we have, I think this is September and Co. Yes, character cards. What else? USA state cards and then solar system cards, again from Pip and J papery, are in here. They're just really pretty. And they're big old cards, so they're very visible. The 10 Commandments cards that I have hanging over the chalkboard are also from Pip and J. And then I try and swap this out with every season. So we're coming into spring. I have other ones like spring activity cards, but that's in there. So that way, again, like a little quiet time thing if I'm trying to have Hayden do something in between teaching. Those cards are really good. Nice and easy, fun for her. Both of these bins used to be my kind of like WTF panic bins, but I'm glad that I got that cleared out and we're working on that. We've got, these boards are from This and That. I have just these 3. They have another board that is the shapes as well, and then we have the US map from them as well. And here is all of our Play-Doh. These are, let me open them. just different like Play-Doh pages. We've got all of our whimsical Play-Doh. We've got all the rolling pins and the Play-Doh smasher. The Play-Doh boards from Chickadees are down here. We've got, this is the Valentine's stuff, just nice little florals. We've got a dough cutter. And then I've got cookie cutters, Play-Doh cutters, and then stamps in there as well. So all of the Play-Doh stuff stays in this bin. And here I have our other sensory stuff. So I try and keep, again, all of the little stuff tucked away, but I have all of our bubbling botanical pouches are in here. These are their Valentine's Day stuff, so I'm keeping them hidden from the kids. And here you've got little heart gems, also from Bubbling Botanicals. I have the little teakwood tray. We've got some biodegradable glitter, and then the rest of the stuff is, I believe, Chickadees and whimsical Play-Doh. So I've got, this is Valentine's. I got this heart tray from Chickadees as well with their Valentine's drop. This is from last year from Chickadees Valentine's. Same thing with these little heart that came in a kit from Chickadees. I believe this is two, and then these came from Chickadees as well. So we're gonna bring this out in the weeks to come because Hayden loves all the Valentine stuff. So this is more sensory stuff that I keep in here, and this is just kind of a rotating bin as well. And then in here, we have all of our Osmo kits. This one is kind of in the works right now, trying to figure out how I want to organize this stuff, but you have, hold on, reading, got all of these, all the books are in here. You've got all of these brain quests, and I have more in the garage I just haven't brought out yet, but for all the different ages. We've got some, all of the activity cards. I've got the flashcards, spelling rules, and then this is the stamp collection from Mornings Together book that they have on Amazon. This is kind of just a mess of stuff right now, but trying to figure out like a real purpose that I want to have for this bin specifically. And then lastly, this is just a bunch of different workbooks. I'm not going to go through each one of these, but I have a lot of these linked in my Amazon storefront. They're a lot of the, I think it's Modern Press Kids that you can see on Amazon. I've got some of our other books, that's from Good and the Beautiful. Our science books are in here. These are extra workbooks for like math and writing. You've got your Brain Quest workbooks, and then I think the like kindergarten toolkit, yep. And then, yeah, so just extra supplemental stuff. We don't use this a ton, but every once in a while. That is everything in here. Now let's move on. Okay, so in this little bin, I have a lot of our Bible stuff. So I've got my Bible from She Reads Truth. I have this little devotional from Duck Commander, and then we have this one from the Daily Grace Co. So right now, these are the ones that we're going through. Oh, there's two. Right now we're doing the Daily Truth. We read a devotional every single day, and then I just have this on hand because I like having a Bible on hand. While I do appreciate that there is scripture constantly referenced in certain things, I like being able to show them how we actually open the Bible consistently. So we have that. So this space is basically for Mama. I've got my little sticky notes in here, my daily encouragement, and then I like to just keep this on hand because this book is a constant reminder for me, just to, when I have those days of feeling like burnt out and exhausted, or like I'm unworthy of being their teacher or their mom, like I absolutely love this book. We've got all of our dry erase markers. They just grab one of these when it's time for school. My friend Britt had shared markers that she got off of Amazon, and I think I'm gonna swap them out because these ones are dying way too quickly, but I use them on the calendar as well. And then I have some pens for myself. Now there's nothing special about this bookshelf in comparison to the other ones. As I'm going through the curriculum and prepping for the day and the week, I like to have books that we're going to be reading consistently throughout the week or need on hand for specific lessons in this space. Now, I have two of these carts, and my thought is that I'm gonna have the other cart that's in the other corner dedicated for morning time stuff, because when the kids come down in the morning before we start with school stuff, they will go through all of this. and pull things out and just make a mess. And so I think I need to have one cart that's dedicated to things that they can do in the morning, and then one cart that is dedicated to school stuff. So quick rundown. This is Beckham's curriculum, this is Hayden's curriculum, this is Beckham's math box. Doesn't really need a space, but I was keeping some of our science stuff in here before. Now it's in there. I have our morning menus in here for Hayden, Beckham, and Zakiah, as well as my homeschool planner in here. So that is everything that's up top. These craft magazine holders are from Amazon. I believe this is from Target. I have our dice in here, kindergarten sight words, and then we have extra uppercase letters, the same as the puzzle ones. So I just use those. If you've seen any of my like science lesson videos, we have our Good and Beautiful booster cards, our books, our nature reader books, all of that stuff is in there, so they know when it is time for language arts, they bring both of those out. And then this is all of our kindergarten toolkit flashcards. And then, yeah, kind of decluttering. So there used to be a bunch of crap that was under there, but trying to minimize and keep things nice and simple. And it's difficult to keep things in here that are important because Judah gets to this. So like I said, this is going to be dedicated to our morning time, which is perfect because I only need a space for 3 right now, since Judah doesn't really do anything with us in the morning that requires him getting access to anything on his own. So this top space will be for Beckham, the bottom one will be for Zakiah, Hayden will be in the middle. But I have these different types of books. He's not really interested in reading this. I think it might be a little bit too much, but I'm thinking I might do like a read aloud with him because I'm trying to encourage more reading. But he reads other things. I think he just still is in that picture book phase where he really likes having pictures to go with it, and there's only pictures like every few pages, and they're not all that detailed all the time. So I have, these are on Amazon. Every time that we go on our dates, we will fill this out together. And then I got these little books for him too, trying to encourage this, but honestly they're not filled out a ton because I've had them tucked away and forgot that I put them away somewhere. So other than that, I have these coloring books and just drawing pads for him. He loves to draw, he loves to color. That really helps him focus, especially when he's feeling frustrated. It's a good calm down thing for him. So I have these, and then I think what I'm going to do is have a separate thing of crayons or whatever I want for coloring, and a pencil, and maybe like a cup like that. That will be in here for him, so that will be specific for his morning time before we start school. And then I'm gonna do the same thing for Hayden and Zakiah, get some stuff set up for them, and that will be that. So that really runs through the homeschool room. At least details of like all the intricate spaces, but to go through everything else, I'll run through where everything's from. So we have, this is from Gather, this is from Love Every, this is from Pip and J, this is from Pip and J, this was a DIY from my dad. It's supposed to be a propagation thing, I just haven't had any cuttings that I've made recently. This calendar is from Target. This is September & Co. as well. If you buy this, it comes with 2 other ones. The Pledge to the Bible, and I think like the pledge, honestly, I never learned that stuff. I feel like it's super enforced in private schools, but yeah, that's why that's not up there, because we just have that. And then we've gone through the shelving. So that's everything that's up here. If I didn't say this already, those bottom bins are from Gather. These woven ones are from Target. The mat is actually a table runner. I've just dragged this whole organizer on the floor so many times with my nesting throughout being pregnant, and I scratched it up enough, so I needed to cover it because it was ugly. But this is from Gather, Target, plant stores, Target, Dollar Center at Target. Obviously that's Vitruvi. Okay, so that's everything in our homeschool space. If I missed anything, by all means, feel free to drop a comment and let me know, but just trying to be descriptive with everything that we have. Yeah, and then obviously on TikTok and Instagram, I'll probably show you more details when I finish everything, but for the time being, I felt like that really covered all the stuff. Anything else that I'm finishing up is just gonna be their carts or rearranging any of the bins, but this is the stuff that I try and keep on hand that we have access to every single day. I will show you the closet of where we organize everything else. That's mainly just arts and crafts and sensory bin stuff, but let's go over there and I'll show you that. Okay, so for some reason the light switch doesn't work in here. It never has, and we haven't taken the time to fix it because I'm constantly changing what I do in here. But I have all of Mom's essentials are up here, scissors and all that stuff I don't want them getting to. Crayons, this is more for like summertime. I kind of keep this on hand for when we go outside and do stuff. I have our craft paper and other paper for when we're just kind of same thing for summertime when I bring everything outside. And then we've got a tray from Chickadees. This is Chickadees. This is Chickadees. I believe this is like Michael's, but I'm pretty sure I have other ones that are from Chickadees as well. This is from the Target dollar section. This is just extra snow for sensory play to go with our Polar Tinker kit that we just got. Now each of these has different arts and crafts in them. So whoops. This is a lot of our like science stuff. I have the kids, what are these called? I think they're like scribble scrubbies. You can take these pens and color. I literally take everything out. I leave the scribble scrubby animals and stuff in this little bucket. I leave them in here and then bring that to the table. If you fill it up with some soapy water, then they color on these, they dunk them in, and then they can wash them off. This will keep my kids entertained for like at least half an hour. Especially if I take them outside and put a gather mat down underneath the table and give them a snack an hour. So there's that. I have my cutter, and then we've got our flower press, and then I got these in the summertime, but honestly cannot figure out what batteries go into them. So we haven't used these yet, but that will be in their nature backpacks as soon as I figure that out. Okay, speed round. Sensory bin. This is all different stuff. A lot of it's from Chickadees and Whimsical. All the bags are mix match, so different seasonal things all in here. And here I have everything. Obviously didn't go perfectly because the kids mixed stuff, but we've got our kinetic sand. We've got different type of dried beans and rice and all the stuff. So any sensory bins that I have, I got everything in like 1 to 2 pound bags from Target and then just put them in here. Got a label maker. There's that. In here, arts and crafts. These containers are from IKEA, Amazon, our watercolor, acrylic paint, chalk, clay, all this. We've got our sensory bin. I thought I was gonna get one of those stupid IKEA tables, and it's been out of stock for like, I kid you not, 5 years. I can never get a hold of one. So I had the bins for them, anticipating I would get one, never got it. I have smocks in here from IKEA and Gather. I think they discontinued them though. And then in here, gather mats. Just gather mats, really. So that's everything in here. That's basically all that we use. That's where I keep everything. We've got our more yoga mats. This is a part of their wooden set. I have 2 of these easels. They're from IKEA. And then I have my big floor cushions from Gather as well. That's our storage. This is where I keep everything that's not in the homeschool space, all the little things. Yeah. Today's vlog. I hope you guys enjoyed. I hope that this tour was insightful and, you know, just kind of inspiring, especially if you have been on the fence of homeschooling as well. If there's any other questions that you have, feel free to leave me a comment. I would love to answer them. If there's anything that you want another video on, please let me know. I would love to dive into more detail about homeschooling or whatever else questions you guys have about the way that we do life as a family of 6. If not, I will see you guys next week.